Good evening and welcome to Jim Munley's World of Weather. You clicked on to long range weather forecast discussion for July 1st to the 13th. There's an area of disturbed weather here off the southeast coast, and I'll be watching this for possible development. The National Hurricane Center gives it a medium chance pretty much of forming within the next 48 hours, but then during the next 5 days it gives it a much higher chance as conditions become more favorable. But you're looking at the satellite image here, the infrared satellite image, and it looks like there's been a generation of storms. It kind of generates in kind of like pulses, you know. So the last frame shows it pretty intense tops here as it drifts to the south. Okay. The period for click onto long way. We're going to look at the period for January 1st to the 5th. The patterns forecast consist of a warm west central continent ridge and a trough over the east this period. A frontal boundary will cause local heavy convection from the north states into the east central states by next weekend. And this system here might linger, as I was saying before, and might be interacting with with a trough that approaches the east coast later in the week. Okay, now we're going to look at the period for July 4th to the 8th. Here you are on the 4th, and the GFS is showing a ridge here and a trough building into the eastern U.S. This is like the only model that shows this, and we go forward in time. We go to the 5th and 6th, 7th, and then you see like we have our trough here, a fairly deep trough and a very amplified ridge over the western U.S. However, the other models, which I'm going to show you right now, this is the European deterministics, the ensembles, and the Canadian ensembles, all forecasting fairly flat flow across much of the nation with near to above normal heights, with a weak trough here across the Great Lakes region. So during this forecast period, I am forecasting above normal temperatures here, and for this region, below normal temperatures across this area. For precipitation, I'm forecasting below normal precipitation for this area and above normal precipitation for the southeast. Next, we're going to look at the period for July 9th to 13th. Here you are looking at the 9th, the GFS. Still showing a tendency for a weak trough here across the northeast and an amplified ridge over the west. And then we look at the European deterministics. And they're showing a relatively flat flow with near to above normal heights. And then we look at the Canadian ensembles, same thing, generally almost zonal flow here, perhaps a little more amplification taken here of the western ridge, but still near to above normal heights across the area. So for this period, I am forecasting above normal temperatures here and above normal temperatures for this region. For precipitation, calling for below normal precipitation for this area and above normal precipitation for this region. So that is a long range weather forecast discussion for July 1st to the 13th. Thanks for coming to Jim Munley's World of Weather, and have a good day.